All right, it is Saturday, May 16th, 2026. The Red Sox are sitting at a very disappointing 18-20, 2 games under 500, 7.5 games out from first place, where the Toronto Blue Jays are cooking 26-13. If there's any silver lining whatsoever, it's just that we're tied with the Yankees. The Yankees are also having a crappy season. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on with this team. We've made a bunch of changes, try to get things going, and we are on a little bit of a streak here. We've won, I think, let's see, we have won a few games in a row. Let's go look at team home screen. We won yesterday, and I think it's just a couple games. Oh, I should know where the schedule is. I don't know where the schedule is. That's annoying. Where is the schedule? Oh, there's the schedule, yes. So, yes, we've won 2 games in a row, which right now counts as a streak. We've just been losing 2 out of 3 in almost every series, with the exception of this streak here, the 2 games we won KC. I'm still optimistic we're going to turn things around. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to play this game. What I like to do is, when I'm playing a game, is to let my bench coach pick the defensive strategy. It is fun and interesting to do, but it's also a pain in the butt, and I like to just let it cook as I'm going through. Let's get into the game. We got the A's, who are about a 500 team. We got Giolito, who's not having a good start to the season, 0-3 with a 5.3 ERA. He has pitched better than his stats have indicated, but overall just struggling to find consistency. We got Chris Bassett, who's a decent arm. He's 2-1, 4.28. And let's get into the game. All right, we are playing at Sutter Health Park. So clearly 2026 hasn't resolved the homelessness situation of the A's, or excuse me, the unhoused situation of the former Oakland A's playing in Sacramento. All right, so first at bat, we've got Roman Anthony leading off, and I can already tell what's going to happen here with a 3-0 count. He is going to walk. He is not going to swing at this 3-0 pitch. He is going to take first and walk. I don't know why he checked his swing there, but yep, Anthony doing what Anthony does, takes the walk, and we got our leadoff hitter aboard. Christian Campbell, he started the season in AAA. He was tearing it up there, and then he's been really not that great since coming into the bigs, and he flies out to left, and we've got 1 down. Would love to see him pick it up a little bit. Now, Wilyer Abreu has been scorching hot the last few games. He's leading the team in RBIs right now, and he is first in home runs as well. And he is also going to fly out to left, and quickly we have 2 down, and we have not moved over Mr. Anthony. Now, Cedar Rafael has been very hot. He missed some time with an injury, but he's been tearing the cover off the ball. And he's going to ground out here, and we are moving on to the bottom of the first. Not much happening for the Sox. They strand their leadoff walk. So here's Giolito facing Jacob Wilson. And Wilson's had a great start to the season. He's going to pound, and here's something that's happening a lot. Bregman is struggling at third base, and I don't understand why that's happening. He's made a bunch of errors, and that is not like him. His offensive stats haven't been good either, and that's just a terrible start. And now we've got first and second after the walk. This is very indicative of what's happened to this season. And now you got Brett Rooker, who's probably the best, maybe second best hitter in the lineup, and he's going to bloop a single in the left on an 0-2 pitch, and right away the A's they didn't take the lead. We got the runner out. I don't know why he ran home, but so good job getting the out there, but we still have second and third with 1 out. And Lawrence Butler, who's having a decent start to his season. And Giolito delivers, and strike 3. Okay, that's good. We might work our way out of this after all. And we got Zach Geloff Got 2 strikes on him and strike 3. That didn't look like a strike, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So good job, Giolito, getting out of that inning and working around the error and the walk. All right, now Marcelo Meyer has been in a funk for a little while. It started off the season hot. 281 OBP is really poor, and I would rather have him just walk than swing at another pitch and fly out, but right away we got 1 down. Here's Bregman, works another full count, and he strikes out, so he continues to struggle. We have just a bunch of players playing below their level. Here's Carlos Narvaez. He's actually been playing pretty well, 350 OBP and stellar defense, but he's going to pop out here, and we just have a very typical start to this frustrating season for the Sox. So on to the bottom of the second, Giolito facing Meckler. And Meckler's going to line one into right for a base hit. And second inning in a row, the A's have their leadoff hitter aboard, and Meckler's got some speed, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. Salvi Perez, oh, this looks like double play ball. Come on now. Roll it up. There we go. That helps that Perez has got to be the slowest player in the league. We will take that. Let's just check on. Curious what Perez's speed is. He is 25. It's about as slow as it gets. Great player, though. Okay, quick double play. And let's see if Giolito can throw another scoreless frame. There we go. Strike 3. And Giolito's got a good start here. All right. Here's Casas, another player off to a disappointing start. He only has a 304 OBP, and that's supposed to be his thing. Here we are with 2 strikes already, and we know how that's going to end. And he looks at strike 3, and 3-pitch strikeout is very piss poor. Nate Eaton is in here. I've had a couple injuries to the outfield. We also have acquired Fernando Tatis Jr., who is playing right field. And I will tell the story of how we acquired him a little bit later. But for now, just know Nate Eaton has been playing fairly well, although I think he's going to start to get exposed now that he's getting a chance to start with Tatis on the DL and grounds out to third there. And we're back to the top of the lineup. The only man to reach so far has been Roman Anthony, and he's going to smoke this ball. Get over his head. Oh! Did he catch that? He caught that. Wow. No, he didn't catch that. Okay. Whew. Man. It's hard to tell sometimes. These animations are a little goofy, and that would have been a ridiculous catch. So Anthony's on board, and once again, I'm sure we will strand him there as we typically do. And yep, there is Christian Campbell with a weak pop-up. And somehow the announcer said that was in foul ground, but very clearly was not. Doesn't matter. The inning is over. So Giolito's got to keep throwing up zeros here. Strike 3, okay. That's 4th K there to Winker. And back to the top of the order for the A's. Jacob Wilson at 344. He's cooking, and he's going to smoke this ball down into the corner. That's definitely extra bases. And Eaton gets it in. And he is on second. So we got a runner at second. Oh, Wilson's hurt. I hate to see that. Helps me out, though. And okay, so now Nick Kurtz is up. And ordinarily, this might be a situation to think about trying to pitch around a hitter. I am going to try to pitch around him. And nice work. Nice work, Giolito. He's throwing pretty good so far. Again, I think his stats don't really tell the full story. I think he's had a little bit of bad luck and some bad defense behind him. Again, I'm not sure why that is, but all right, Bregman made a play. Good. Okay. 3 scoreless innings here in Sacramento. All right, now we got Willier back up. Willier is one of very few people in the lineup capable of actually doing something, but he's going to fly out to right here. And there is one away. Here's Rafaela. And he's going to bound out to the right side, and that's 2 gone. And we are making Chris Bassett look like the second coming of Walter Johnson here. And Marcel Meyer just continues to be, putrid. And a very quick top of the fourth for the Sox. Giolito's sitting at 53 pitches through 3. I'm just going to take a quick check to see what I've got in the bullpen. I got about 4 innings of fresh arms here in the pen, so I'd love to see Giolito get through 5 or maybe 6, but we've got a decent amount of options here in the pen. And Jax, Weiser, Bednar, and Joyce have all been pitching pretty well for me. Tell the story later about how we got Ben Joyce, but for now, just know that's what the pen looks like. So here's Giolito. Like that, 2-strike count, but we lost him again. Second time we've had base hit off a 0-2 count today. All right, now Butler may be a threat to steal, but we do have Narvaez as one of the best, and he is going to steal, and he is going to be successful. Don't like that. Good job by the A's to get a runner in scoring position. Now move him over to third with 1 out. That's a great way to manufacture runs in a close game. Maybe manager Kenny Powers should take note of that. But Giolito counters that with a strikeout. That's great. He continues to just cook 6 Ks in this game. See if we can get Salvi now. And he is first pitch swinging to the right side. Easy play for Casas, and the inning is over. Another nice inning for Giolito. He is cooking. Let's get the boy some runs. Here comes Bregman again. And he's going to take ball. Bregman will take a walk. That's one good thing with him. Now we got Narvaez. It's tempting to try to hit and run or do something here, but Narvaez gets a hit. He's one of the guys who's hitting for me, so you definitely don't want to take the bat out of his hands too much. And here's the situation. So this is we need Casas to do something here other than striking out again. I'll take that over a double play, but oh my God, is he just awful. And same thing with Eaton. Eaton has been hitting a little bit, but now that he's in the starting lineup for a stretch, I think we're going to see that he's not the guy. And he shows it right there. Now back to Roman. He's got 2 strikes on him, and he's going to strike out too. We are just making him look like a Cy Young candidate, which happens with a lot of pitchers. All right, Giolito starts the inning, 67 pitches. He has been very good today. Not as good as Chris Bassett, but he's not pitching against the Red Sox. So Muncy starts off with the base hit. They've had a leadoff hitter on 3-4 innings already. That's one thing to keep an eye on, is they just keep putting the leadoff runner on. We're going to try to give him a look over there, keep him close. I'm going to line shot over to second. Mayer has it. Or that's Campbell, rather. Campbell has it. And that's 1 out. Give Muncy a check again there. Oh, come on, guys. All right, now we need to take a visit. I find that mound visits help. A lot of times I get a guy out after a mound visit. Didn't work this time. Now we got the bases loaded, and we got Rooker up, and I can't do it. This is going to be a 3rd straight game that we had to pull out the starter in the 5th inning, which is just brutal. I'm going to go with Ben Joyce because I think he's a potential strikeout pitcher here. He's got 21 Ks in 13 innings. He throws ridiculously fast. Let's see what he's got. We need to get out of a jam here. And that is a good way to do it. 98-mile-an-hour cutter gets a key hitter with the bases loaded. And now there's 2 outs. Now we got to do one more time with Butler. Let's see if we can do it. Ground ball to the right side. Easy play. Excellent. All right. Man, oh man. To manage this like it's a playoff game. This is just ridiculous. Let's take a quick look at Chris Bassett. Maybe I'm not giving him enough credit. Let's see what he's got for stats this year. So last year was 12-9, the 4-5. That's a decent. I take that for a number 3, number 4 starter. Batting average of balls in play is 333, it's about average. 8.8 Ks per 9. Not giving up a lot of home runs. That's actually very impressive. A .2 home runs per 9. is very impressive. He's got an almost 4-to-1 K to walk ratio, 1.27 whip. These are good numbers. This is a good performance so far. You look at his ratings, scout ratings, he's got a bunch of pitches, nothing above a 45. This is pretty pedestrian. Our scouts are valuing him as a major league average pitcher who is performing, I would say, above average right now, but there is no reason why he should be shutting us down the way he is. 2 strikes on Campbell, and we know how that's going to end. And we go again. All right, 6 Ks now for Bassett. He is absolutely cruising. Thankfully, Abreu did not swing at that 3-0 pitch. You guys, nobody in this lineup deserves to swing at a 3-0 pitch right now. Salvi Perez, I don't know if I want to try to. I'm gonna try a run and hit here. Let's see what happens. There we go. Get the runner moving. Get him over to third. Sometimes you just got to shake it up a little bit. And that's going to chase Bassett, which is good because he was just killing me. And Marcelo Meyer, come on, buddy. You need to break out, dude. You need to break out. Let's go. Full count and take the walk. Okay, here we go. Loading the bases. For Bregman. Bregman's been not himself. Only the 697 OPS is really low for him. Bregman's Bregman. They made the out. Not a double play, but not great. Narvaez had a base hit last time. Let's see if he can come through in the clutch. There we go. Carlos. Attaboy. Great job. Opposite field. Base hit. 2 runs. Clutch. Had the runners move in there, so everyone moves up 2 bags. That is huge. All right, so we have a lefty on Casas, and I want to win this game, so I'm not messing around. Casas cannot hit lefties. He can't hit righties. We're going to put in Romy here. Romy's having a decent year. Romy can't hit righties, so we have a platoon situation. But either way, Romy's good defensively too, so even if he doesn't hit, he's still a guy I like having in the lineup. And look at that. Took a walk. That would have been a 3-pitch strikeout for Casas. So keep the line moving. Of course, we got Nate Eaton. He ain't going to do anything. Ground ball at second. That's it. But, okay, couple runs here. And I may have to stick with Joyce. He only threw 6 pitches. I'd love to see him get an out or 2 here. Let's see what he's got. Okay, good 2-pitch ground ball to shortstop. Love that. Man, if I could get him through this inning, that would be incredible. That's all right. Nice. And I mentioned Joyce. There's a little story with him. So picked him up after signing a left-handed pitcher, an international free agent, Alberto Montano, I think his name was. And he got great ratings. I signed him for a nice little contract and then realized that he is an absolute cancer in the clubhouse. So he was having a great season, off to a really fast start, but he was yelling at fans. He was disruptive. Other players didn't like him. So I traded him for Joyce. And my assistant GM told me it was a bad deal based on the ratings, but immediately clubhouse chemistry improved. Players were happy to see him go, and Joyce has been solid. Joyce is a solid pitcher and doesn't have the baggage that Montano has. You can do things like that in this game that you can't necessarily do in real life, which is trade a free agent that you just signed. All right, so I had Roman get on with a base hit, lead off, and I just hit and run with Christian Campbell, which gets the runner up to second and gives Abreu a shot with a runner in scoring position. And Abreu delivers on. That's not going to score the run, I don't think, but keep the line moving, nice little base hit, and give Cedon a chance. Anything here, ground ball, non-double play ground ball, deep fly ball, anything, yep, that'll do it. Get that run home. Cedon. Man, Cedon's been solid for me. Just a great defensive center fielder and a solid bat in the lineup so far this season. I'm going to take a shot and run here with Willier just because Mayer can't do anything. Thrown out by a mile. It is what it is. That'll end the inning, but we got another run and made stuff happen. So we got 9 outs to go here, guys. Joyce has been solid, but I'm not going to try to push it another inning. He's not a 3-inning guy. Let's go with Weissert. Weissert's been pretty good for me. And let's see what he has in the tank for today. Just got to throw strikes here, baby. All right. That's 1 out. Once he hits a line drive over to Romy, we got 1 down. And we got Winker to the plate. The ground ball to the right side. Easy play for Romy. Getting busy over there. And Andujar. Ground ball short. Mayer throws him out. Mayer's been solid defensively. He's pretty much taken over from Trevor Story. Trevor Story's kind of buried on the bench. Although if Campbell keeps not hitting, he may find his way back in there. So Mayer's been solid defensively. He had a great start hitting, and then he's really cooled off lately. Love to see him break out, although against a lefty, I'm not sure that's happening. But hey, look at that. Base hit to lead us off. Great start, Marcelo. Love it. I love it, baby. All right. Now we got Bregman. Bregman, let's see a bomb, dude. That's not a bomb. That's a strikeout. Another lefty, Waldachuk. Waldachuk's pretty good, I think. Narvaez, 2 for 3, a couple ribs. And he's just going to look at that one right down the middle for strike 3. And now we are down to 2 outs. And I'm going to send the runner again just because I love seeing Salvi Perez throw out my guys. I don't mind that, though, because I don't mind Romy leading off next inning. So it is what it is. Keep being aggressive. All right. Now, I'm going to check. I've got Bednar or Jax. I'm going to actually keep pushing Weissert, see what he does here. A short leash, but let's see if Weissert can give me a few more outs. And he's going to give up a bomb to the first batter he faces, and that is yeah. All right. Sorry, Greg. Should have pulled you, left you with a good feeling. We're just going to have to go now. So, lesson learned. Now we got Bednar. So, Bednar's been pretty good. His ERA mostly spiked from, I think, 1 bad appearance. Otherwise, he's been pretty solid for me. I love that 21 Ks to 3 walks in 16 innings. Although there's a walk right there. And he's gone full count. Turn it. There we go. Bednar gets the job done. So that is good. It's funny, he went to full count, 3 straight hitters, walked 1, but all ends well. All right, so we got Romy leading off against the lefty in the 9th. Would love to see an insurance run here. Not happening. First hitter. Eaton has not had a good day at the plate today, and I think this is not going to go well either. Love that animation. It makes it look like he decided to swing after the ball was caught. Roman's had a good day. Been on base now 4 times. Love that. And everything you want out of a leadoff hitter. He's been fighting an injury, which I think maybe has suppressed his batting average a little bit, but he has been solid. And I've been DHing him just to reduce the wear and tear, but I cannot afford to take him out of the lineup. And now Christian Campbell, I'm almost tempted to pinch hit for the kid, but I would just love to see him get some level of confidence. It ain't happening in this game. I don't know what to do with him. He's hitting like 450 in AAA, and then he comes up here and he cannot hit in the big leagues. So all comes down to this. Bottom of the 9th, we got Griffin Jax as my closer. He was a trade deadline acquisition, so Bednar and Griffin I picked up last year at the trading deadline. When the real Red Sox were not trading for those guys, I was. And so far, I've been very happy with their performance. Oh, no! Oh, wow. An attempt by Abreu. Oh, almost caught that. If that happened in real life, that's a probably inside the park home run, but it's okay. All right. So not a great start. The leadoff runner in scoring position. Here's Salvi Perez, and we got a pop-up on the infield. This ball is hit to the moon. Mayer comes in all the way in front of the plate. Apparently, Carlos Narvaez didn't see it. And there's Max Muncy, and he just hit a fucking bomb. Oh, I thought that was out. Good Lord. We cannot afford to not win this game. This is just agonizing. This team is agonizing. We have to win this game. I know it's only May, but come on. For the love of God, guys. Okay, Jax. We need one out here. One out. We need to get out Miguel Andujar, who came in for Wilson, who was hurt. He's hitting .230. This is the guy. Get this guy out. He's going to be first pitch swinging here. Let's see. Ground ball short. Mayer has it. Throws to first. Ball game. Man. All right. So win's a win. That was a good win, to be honest. The way things started out. Got some runs. Bullpen did just enough to hang on. This team is every game, every win is like knife edge, which is still frustrating. A win's a win. I'll take us to 19-20, and we're there. Ben Joyce gets the win. Nice inning 2/3 worth of relief. Chris Bassett was player of the game. Deservedly, he was very good until we tagged him in the 6th. Offensively, Roman had another good game, getting on base 4 times, scoring a run. Rafaela had a nice RBI sac fly that ended up being the difference in the game. And, of course, Narvaez with that 2-run base hit to get it going. Good win. Still lots of problems with this team. Maybe some things are starting to turn around a little bit, and we'll see what happens.